Now you listen to me, because I'm going to say this once. Not once in this video that I'm going to say that Luffy beats Goku. Okay? That is not what I'm saying. You need to pay attention in this video before you jump into the fucking conclusions. Listen to me when I'm saying to you. Okay? So, with that reminder in your fucking head, because I'm not going to say it again, let's get to the main topic of this video. Why Goku can't defeat Luffy? Oh, it's kind of fucking simple, really. You need to hear it to the fucking end and stop jumping to fucking conclusions. Let's just start. Luffy is made of rubber. What I mean by this is that Luffy cannot be harmed by any means necessary. Physical attacks like blunt force, punches, kicks, even blunt force weaponry. All of that, etc., etc. If it falls under to blunt force, then Luffy is immune to it. Then he's immune to physical attacks. Now, it's been stated multiple times that Luffy is immune to fucking blows and has a form of invulnerability, but people don't want to fucking notice that. Like multiple times in the data books, it's stated that Luffy ate the rubber fruit, which he was as a child, and all forms of blows are pretty much ineffective towards him. Another one saying that the rubber in his body is so very strong that it can be used to nullify attacks and is ineffective. Even in the fucking data books of fucking Yellow, I think data book Yellow, which goes over all devil fruits within the series and explain how they fucking work. It even says that the high flexibility of rubber completely nullifies the damage of blows. What more do you want? Like, come on now. No more do you want. It literally saying to you that he is nullifying damage when he gets hit by blunt force attacks. What part of that you don't want to fucking stand? Seriously, as y'all can see, it's been stated multiple fucking times that Luffy is immune to blunt force attacks. Even straight up says that Luffy knows damage. What more proof do you need? You can't damage rubber physically. That's just goofy thinking. So now that I proved that Luffy is pretty much cannot be damaged by any means necessary physically, where am I going with this? Goku can damage Luffy. I already proven that Luffy is completely immune to attacks, obviously. But just not only that it says that he's immune to it, but it straight up says that he pretty much nullifies damage. And even in their own universe of Dragon Ball, they have went over this rule basically in fucking Dragon Ball Super, that no matter how powerful you are, if you can't inflict damage, it won't matter. Even Vegeta has even stated this, that Kakarot is clearly more powerful, but if he can't deal any damage, he has no chance of winning. But even Krillin says, oh, Goku's fine, he hasn't gone Super Saiyan yet. Meaning, it's implying that Goku in his higher forms can pretty much solve this problem, right? Wrong. Because literally, Vegeta says, even if he did go Super Saiyan, he is skeptical that whether he was able to damage him in the first place. Meaning that it doesn't matter if you can't inflict damage. Even if you're more powerful, you can't win that way? Come on now. And if people say that, oh, well, this character Baltimore, wherever it's fucking name, I can say Baltimore. Baltimore even stated that he's weaker than fucking Goku. And some people want to argue that, oh, he has the durability to withstand Goku's attacks, so it counts, right? No, it doesn't. Because in the definition for Versus Battle Wiki, durability pretty much is the ability to withstand a certain amount of force, and withstanding this force consists the measurement of the severity of damage from attacks. Literally saying that while durability is the ability to withstand damage, endurance is the measure of stamina. And so pretty much, yes, durability is to withstand damage. And what did he say before? Goku can't inflict any damage, so he has no way of winning. And pretty much this falls under the term of invulnerability, because invulnerability is stated to be the power to be immune to conventional harm, and for this case, damage, physical damage. And literally even Piccolo in the term of power says that melee attacks are useless against him. Like his whole body's like rubber basically. So it's literally saying that they can't do any damage because melee damage is useless to a guy that's made of rubber. Right. You can't really harm them if you can inflict damage. The silly arguments I've heard are that Goku outscales, so he bypassed that. When clearly it's been stated that Goku is far superior to this character, but can't do any damage due to his rubber body. It's like they never read their own series, which goes to show about the meme of Dragon Ball fans can't fucking read. Now the strongest arguments, they use against this is that Goku using universal punches against this character, and this character like Baltimore tanked these attacks, which is the silliest thing, because it's pretty much a sad excuse to say that, oh well, he tanked his attacks. Obviously these guys don't know what the fuck durability means. Keep in mind that it was stated that Goku is far more powerful than Baltimore, and it's also stated that even if you use SSJ or Super Saiyan, they even doubt that they will even hurt Baltimore in the first place. So these Dragon Tars just admitted that a vastly weaker character like Baltimore can handle attacks from more powerful characters. Bravo, you just proved my point. So now that Goku can't harm Luffy at all, let's move on to the next point. Goku's stamina is shit. Goku's stamina basically is always been a bit shit tier, never improving. But I mean, obviously you could say it's improving in some sort of way by reserving it, but no, it's basically way worse than that. Goku's stamina is by far the worst in Shonen Jump, besides Sasuke. Even Naruto wasn't this bad, but I understand why Goku's stamina is shit here. It's because the man always overusing ki. Seriously, what good is God ki if Goku is gonna burn out so fast? The anime pretty much keeps Goku in the forms longer, but the manga, his stamina is so fucking trash, to the point that he had to temporarily go into Super Saiyan Blue for explosive boost in power. Sure, they learn how to contain the God Ki in their bodies to master Blue, but it literally tears them up from the inside out. And pretty much, even in the anime, it was the same case. Stamina problem has always been mentioned in the anime too, because it drains stamina heavily. While Goku has a stamina problem, which would be probably lead to his downfall, at least it's not as bad as Sasuke. He's always, I'm low on chakra already, after using one fucking jutsu. Get the fuck out of here. But despite this, Goku's stamina is not even on the same tier as fucking Luffy's. In fact, I can say that Luffy's endurance far exceeds that both of Vegeta and Goku. And while Luffy can fight for hours, still ready to fight, let's see how long Goku's tournament is compared to Luffy versus Katakuri. I think I've rested my case at this point. The power of Toon Force, or the power of imagination, if y'all want to say it. I'm pretty sure you know where I'm going with this. I'm going to say it anyways, because a lot of people don't understand the power and potential of Gear 5. This is probably the most important reason why Goku can't beat Luffy. And it's because in this form, Luffy is basically unkillable. Let me explain. Now, this power basically has nothing to do with rubber-based abilities. So people can get that shit out of the window already. It's so fucking silly how people think this is just rubber-based abilities when it's clearly not. Like, even the Gorosei trying to erase some being like Nico who has only rubber-based abilities doesn't make any sense when they say it's the most ridiculous power in the world. Firstly, let's get this out of the way. Zoan awakenings cannot affect their surroundings. It's been stated in the fucking Road to Laugh Tale that pretty much people don't fucking read. It says that it doesn't affect their surroundings. Instead, the user seems to develop a new striking transformation. Meaning, Luffy shouldn't be able to do this, should he? Well, let's go into later on into the Road to Laugh Tale about Luffy's section in Gear 5. What does it say? Luffy said it best himself. Anything's possible now. Gear 5 gives him unparalleled freedom to fight in a way that defies common sense. Even the ones taking his attacks are affected. Wow, guys. It literally says it gives him the freedom to do whatever the fuck he wants. And he's only limited to his imagination. Seriously. That's Luffy's peak. He could do whatever he wants in this form because he's that free. He is free to do whatever he wants. And y'all just keep saying it's only rubber-based abilities. You guys have not been watching or paying attention to One Piece if that's the fucking case. They literally says that he has the properties of rubber of his body. His physiology is rubber. Luffy basically doing things Zoan shouldn't able to do literally means that he's free to do what he fucking wants. Meaning, like, he still thinks it's a paramecia fruit. Obviously, that means he will have paramecia awakening because that's how he imagined it. The Goofy. And even the Road to Laugh Tale even says that he using the power of imagination, utilizing the power of imagination. What more proof do you want? Now let's move on to the fact that Luffy does have Toon Force. Now it literally says that in the Road to Laugh Tale that Kaido said that his stuff is like from a comic strip and from a picture book. Even the battle-hardened Kaido was surprised by Gear 5's adaptability. When Luffy sends an enemy flying with this power, a sound effect is heard as stars appear around them. You could say that's subjective reality. Oh, there's not enough proof? Let's continue on then. Literally says that it has the comedic scenes is enough to make your eyes pop out of your head. Literally Oda saying that Tom and Jerry are the models of Gear 5 and he was only trouble because Luffy's only joking around in battles. Here says it again that Gear 5 is a big joke. Crunchyroll confirming that Luffy does have Toon Force. You know, an official company that's producing the anime, so he does have Toon Force and it's verified because, like, come on now, seriously. Even Oda even saying that basically the inspiration of Gear 5 is think of it as I suddenly drew Tom and Jerry. Even the directors of the anime stated this. We're kind of aiming for a cartoon-like feel for this part. Cartoon-like feel. There's this part about liberation. It's kind of like breaking free from the laws and physics of the world. Literally saying that Luffy is unbound by the laws of physics of the world, meaning he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Now, let's take a look at the definition of Toon Force. Literally saying right here that cartoon physics is pretty much a jokey reference in the fact that animation allows regular laws of physics to be ignored in humorous ways for dramatic effects. What did it say before? What did I say before this? It said that this comedic scene is enough to make your eyes pop out of your head. So basically, this is only jokes, and Luffy and Oda saying that he's joking around. So this is a comedic effect, meaning that Luffy's breaking the laws of physics in a comedic effect. What more proof do you want? Surfbone. It says right here that a cartoon's logic is governed by what makes sense rather than what it is. Meaning it is governed by what is consistent rather than what is the natural laws of the world. Meaning Luffy is inconsistent. Why? Because of the fact that it says in the Road to Laugh Tale that he defies common sense. So basically, cartoon physics ignores and defies consistency. bro. And then people just like to bring up the fact that, oh well, Sanji's doing a lot of things. Well, Blackbeard, he's defying laws of physics. A lot of Delphers are defying laws of physics. Okay, but Loki is, they are the natural force of the world. That doesn't make any fucking sense. A lot of people bring that up when they are the natural force of the world. They're becoming the natural force, while Luffy is defying those rules because he can do whatever the fuck he wants. And according to Versus Battle Wiki, if a user defies common sense, logic, and reality, that falls underneath the paradox manipulation. Paradox manipulation means that you pretty much ignore the consistencies of the world. I don't know about y'all, but like, come on now. Now, Surfboat did tweet this back in May, that he says that the definition is fine, but the issue is that Toon Force is a fan-derived term, basically, meant by this umbrella for any or all feats from Western animation that doesn't even have invert power systems or explanations for how they do what they do, other than for LOLs. So, looking at the Toon Force definition here, it says right here is an ability that refers to the characters manipulating reality or bypassing physical laws of nature in order to achieve impossible feats for comedic effects. Literally says it right there. What the fuck? The user bends reality in such a way to make situations comedic and funny. It should not be confused with reality warping. And Surfbone wanna say it's not Toon Force. It's only Rubber Base. Clearly, Surfbone has not been fucking paying attention in One Piece. Seriously, dude. What gives you the idea that Luffy turning his goggles into rubber and hardening it with hockey? Where the fuck did you even get that from? That shows you wasn't fucking paying attention at all. Like, dude, for Surfbone, I love you, man, and I respect you, but that was completely fucking stupid. So now that Luffy has Toon Force, it's like, how does this make him unkillable, you ask? Well, let's get right into that. So many times throughout the fight with Kaido, Luffy has been burned, beaten down. He's been beaten down, smacked around, just completely getting blasted and just harmed, right? But what does this mean? It's recovery speed. Now, when it says in the Road to Laptil that zone awakenings don't affect their surroundings, they get strike transformation, it has been stated by Crocodile, and it's been confirmed by Road to Laptil, by what he said is true, that it increased their toughness and recovery speed. And as y'all can see, Luffy's recovery speed and durability has skyrocketed. Even Agorase says that the awakening grants him more physical strength and freedom. It's just like out of a comic strip. Out of everything that has happened to Luffy that he has been trying to be damaged with, it's just out of a comic strip. Luffy is easily rejuvenated after being attacked, like some kind of cartoon, right? And it suddenly turned into Tom and Jerry after all. Who's to say that Luffy has the same recovery and durability as a cartoon? Now, what do I mean by rejuvenated, right? Well, what I mean is that he pretty much regenerates like that. Like, he recovers so quickly after taking damage. Like, when he get burned by Kaido, he turned into all this black charcoal, right? And he just shook it off like, okay, I'm fine. Same thing happened in the anime. Just saying, guys. Now what does this mean, right? If he has like Toon Force, right, this will make sense why he's unkillable in this form. It's because of this ability, people are calling it, is called Toon Recovery. Meaning that no matter how much they are smashed, cut, burned, or blown up, they will always recover. That's one of the rules of Toons, basically. Well, basically of the world cartoons. No matter how much you're beaten, cut, slashed around, all of that, right? You will always get back up and you always reform. When in the next scene, same thing with Luffy here. He's pretty much turning that power into reality. Like, come on. So what is that? So what does this all mean? Well, duh. Goku can't beat someone he can't fucking damage. And he can't beat someone that's a walking cartoon in this form. And no matter what Goku does, he can't harm Luffy. Even if he could, right? If he could, it won't even last long due to his toon-like recovery speeds, and which will make him basically unkillable in this form. I'm not saying like in general. No matter how powerful you think Goku is, he can't beat lower tier Toon Force users like Tom and Jerry, right? Because Toon Force being a issue, Luffy isn't going to take him seriously in Gear 5. And just ignore the rules and physics of the world. Goku can use he used to have gas. I won't say he can use gas, but he used to. He used to have gas, but not anymore. Because he got as a serious character now. While Gear 5 is the opposite of that. Toon Force is one of the most broken abilities, or one of the most broken forces in fiction. What the hell is Goku gonna do against that? Like, yeah, sure, he fought a Rayleigh, but he never won against her. In fact, he went Super Saiyan Blue, which was his strongest form at the time. Couldn't do anything. But even then, if you want to use that shit, just know that anime episode is filler. So what the hell is Goku gonna do against a character that is supposed to be meant as a cartoon? Nothing, cause he can't win. Like he said, he will be pretty much get tired out, but from using his full power against Gear 5. But I would say that if Luffy loses the form because of stamina usage, then yes, you could say that Goku can kill fucking Luffy right there and then. Fine. One Kamehameha and he's done. But don't forget the fact that Luffy can force himself to be back in the form and rejuvenated good as new. Like he never lost stamina. But who knows? He'll be a swell guy. Goku will be a swell guy. And just give him a sensu bean. Just like Perfect Stone, just like Moro. He will have him to fight at his strongest. And give him a sensu bean. Right? So he can fight at his peak. But yeah, that's all, folks. Let me know what you think. And you have a blessed motherfucking day. Peace.